Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. So this is, I think, the fourth video that I will have done on my entry to the Single Seed Potato Challenge 2022, and it's been organised by Steve from Digwell Greenfingers YouTube channel, and the hashtag is hashtag SSP Challenge 2022. So if you're interested in seeing other people's videos, look up that hashtag and you should see lots of them. So the idea is that Steve gave us all the entrants a single seed potato, and he wants to see how many potatoes we can grow from that single seed potato. And so what most of us, if not all of us, have done is cut up the potato so that we had, instead of having a single potato, we had 3, 4, 5, even 6 or more pieces of potato, each with an eye. And that eye formed a chit and ultimately a plant. So what you see in front of me are my plants that I have grown from 5 pieces of potato that I managed to split my single seed potato into. And you can see they're doing quite well, actually. I've got 4 that are really quite, well, 3 that are really quite large, 1 that's not too bad, and I've got a little dinky one here. And this little dinky one was from just a tiny piece of potato that did have an eye in it. And we have a plant, but it's just taking its time. If I have a look, yeah, we've got roots, but it's certainly not root bound at the moment, whereas the other plants were potato plants were started off in pots this size, but I then moved them up a size because they were growing so well. And in fact, some of these have got multiple stems. This one has got 3, and this one has got 2, this one has got 3, and this one has got 2. So they're looking really healthy. So what I need to do today is actually move them into their final large pots, and that's what I'm going to do, except for this little one. I'm just going to keep this one going in the little pot, then I'll take it up to a larger pot and it will catch up hopefully with the others. Now I thought I would try something before I pot this potato up, because we have 3 distinct stems in this potato. I thought what I'd try is to take a cutting, to cut one of the stems and see if I can grow it on and get myself another potato plant started. I'm going to do this with 2 of my pots, I think. Never tried it before, seen some people try it with varying success, so we shall see. But what I think I'll do is take this one at the side, and I'm going to just dig down a wee bit and maybe try and get some roots as part of this. There. Okay. So it looks like I have certainly got a big root. Hopefully you can see that. So the plan is I'm going to take off some of the leaves, so it's not having to sustain too many leaves, and I'm going to put some rooting powder on it, and I am going to pop it in there. And that's just a pot with potting compost in. Maybe half these leaves. Okay, I've got some rooting powder. I've also got some mycorrhizal fungi, so I might just have a wee combination of both, and we can see how it goes. So I'll just give it a little dunk into the rooting powder, and a little sprinkle of the mycorrhizal, and then I will make a hole and gently pop it in. I just don't want to damage that root. There we go. I think I need more compost. Right. Sort of making a hash of this, but let's see. Okay. So I'm actually going to take this. Am I going to put it on a heat mat? Or am I going to just keep it somewhere warm? How am I going to bring this on? Should have thought this through, what I'm going to do. I'm just going to bring it indoors. I won't give it any additional heat, but I'll bring it indoors and just see if it takes. And I'll keep you posted on that. So, a little bit of water. So I'll label that as single seed potato challenge 6, and I'll also mark that it's been cutting. And I'm going to do the same with one of the other plants as well. So that's looking okay. I don't know whether I've left too much in the way of leaves on, but it did have a bit of root there to sustain it, so hopefully that will be okay. So let's get the other one done as well. And then I'll pot these on properly. Right. Here's the other one. Let's get through. So here's another biggie. It also has 3 stems growing from it. So let's have a bash with this one. Which one will we take? Maybe take this little one at the side again. Sorry, I can't really show you what I'm doing. Basically what I'm doing is digging a little bit down by the side of the stem so that I can cut it below the water line, so to speak, and maybe get a root as I do it. I'm sort of working blind, so I don't know. That feels like it might have some roots. There we go. So we've got some roots there. Hopefully you can see that. And we'll try the same, whoops, with this one. So, I should really clean that bit. So I'm going to take off some of the stems. I'm going to take off some of the leaves, because these are quite large. That one on. Okay, I'm going to dunk it in the rooting powder. I'm going to give it a sprinkle with mycorrhizal fungi, and I'm going to pop it in this damp compost. There we go. And we'll hope that, hope that this behaves itself. Shut that. Okay, so I'll label this one Seed Potato Challenge 7 and also indicate that it was a cutting. Oh. So that's all the cuttings I'm going to try, and we'll see. I'll keep you posted as to whether they work or not. Now what I'm going to do is, actually for the bigger potato plants that are left, I am going to pot them into their final pots. So let me just get set up for that and I'll show you how I'm going to go about it. Right, I have a 20 litre tub here, because I'm just putting a single plant in each pot, I'm not going to use 30 litre, and also I've run out of 30 litre pots. So this is a 20 litre, and I've got a combination of, I've got some spent compost. This is actually, hang on a second, that's not going to work. That's in the way. Put that there. Put that there. Right, that's better. So I've got some spent compost, I have got some fresh potting compost, and I've got some chicken manure pellets and some organic potato fertiliser. So they're my weapons of choice. So I'm going to start by putting up a layer of spent compost and some fresh compost as well in the bottom of this pot. Okay, I'm then going to mix in with it a handful, maybe a couple of handfuls of chicken manure pellets and a handful of the organic potato fertiliser. Give that a swirl. Get my little potato plant, which hopefully doesn't mind that I've nicked a bit of it. So I took this plant from the smaller pot, hiya Colin, to the larger pot just last week. So, you know, you can see that it's not pot bound by any stretch of the imagination, but it's starting to fill up the pot with roots. So I'm going to plonk that in now, and I think that's probably the height I want, because what I'm now going to do is fill around, and I'm going to fill, maybe not completely fill the pot up, but I'm going to put quite a lot in it, and it will cover up some of the foliage, and I'll just gradually top it up. Let's see what it looks like with some additional compost in. So that's some spent compost. I meant to put some mycorrhizal in, actually. Whoopsie. Let's just do that before it gets too settled. I'll just put a little bit on and in the planting hole. There we go. Right. I was a little bit hasty there. Let's put that out of the way. So it's sitting pretty central in the pot, and as I say, I'm just going to put a combination of, I should probably mix these together, but I've got two pots of it, so that's fine. Now I'm just going to swirl a little bit more of my, just one handful chicken manure pellets and the organic potato fertiliser. Standing up for this now. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that just now. I'm going to give it a good water, I'll give it a label, and I will pop it to where I'm going to leave it to grow on and hopefully give me lots of nice potatoes. So basically for the other plants that I have, I'm going to use the same method, so that I'll be using a combination of spent compost and actual fresh potting compost, the organic potato fertiliser, chicken manure pellets, a little bit of mycorrhizal fungi when I put it in, hopefully I'll remember this time, and yeah, and that will be us. The only ones I won't do that with are the two cuttings that I've taken because I need them to root, and also the little potato, this little one here. I think maybe I'll just give it a sprinkling of potato fertiliser to help it on its way, because it's been in this pot for a wee while, and then hopefully in a week I'll be able to move it up a pot and eventually get it into a large pot as well. Right, that's me got 4 out of the 5 original plants potted on into larger pots. They don't look that large now, truth be known. But I've got to remember that it's not even a single potato, it's just a little piece of potato that are in each of them. It's just the actual top growth looks great. But anyway, that's where they're going to be, that's where they're going to grow. So we've got 4 original ones, we've still got the little original one that I need to grow up a little bit more, and then I've got the 2 cuttings. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Any comments you have would be lovely. Just pop them below the video and I will look forward to reading them, and I will respond as quickly as I can. For now though, I'll say bye bye. Bye bye for now.